on it, but yeah. It's gonna be a big one. Obviously, it's tough to predict you're gonna be facing off against such a deck. And I think especially on the 10th round.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, bringing a deck like Raidraptor, of course, like your opponent may not know where to activate their cards against you, but you know, in general, sitting with a Kashtira deck, we saw it yesterday. I think the deck is still very consistent and causes a lot of problems, especially with the Kashtira Birth. But yeah, I think like in general, it will be surprised when Raidraptor cards will be revealed. But in the meantime, the Pot of Prosperity gets activated.
With the shifter, unfortunately, that's no longer an option. So we could just go for a Fenrir if, yeah, if he's looking for some engine. Goes for the Rysart instead. Maybe he already has access to either Unicorn or Fenrir. I think, yeah, his opponent is not playing that many Entraps in the deck. It's quite a unique one. Which, I mean, can go for a lot of different combos thanks to some rank up spells. But usually the idea is that you can put on the field a lot of very big monsters which are unaffected. I mean, the main one being Ultimate Falcon, which is obviously something that we know. They're Falco. But also Rebellion Falcon, which is similar to the card.
And here comes the Unicorn being summoned. And I mean, yeah, we said this yesterday. Not only the Kashtira cards bring a lot of good addition to the Snake Eye deck, or we also saw yesterday the last future match with Antonio. He was playing the Snake Eye, Farking, Kashtira, you know, deck. And yeah, I mean, they're still very powerful. And I mean, I think in general, entering into a tournament like a national, you know, a very long tournament, I think the deck is consistent.
Yeah.
Plays well against all the top tier decks. And I'm really curious to see now against Raidraptor how.
Yeah, how they're gonna face up against each other. It's, again, unless they were sitting close by and he somehow remembers El Panunzio. Yeah, he's probably gonna go for an opening that should be safe against the most popular decks. And this could go all the way from what we have seen with like the Dragosack opening. This might be what he goes for. Yeah, it does. Makes sense. He's also playing Lizardos. And yeah, it gets to resolve. So we could see either the Eat Soul line or... Yeah, let's see what he wants to go for. Okay, instead it's gonna be Mascherena. Still potentially has access to Shangri-La later on if he wants, but... No, passes back. So played it a little bit more conservatively. And... yeah, just passes back to his opponent. And now we want to see what the Raidraptor is capable of. And we start things off immediately with Swallow Carry. A card that we have seen yesterday in Fluanderies. And that is pretty much able to just search your deck for any Winch Beast monsters. And you can see already Adrian... I mean, I guess he didn't ask to read for the card, surprisingly. But I would be shocked if he was super familiar with the deck. Now having a think, because obviously at the moment he has two ways of interrupting him, which are Fenrir and the Mascherena. And yeah, we are gonna use the Fenrir. And only one line of defense is left, which is this Mascherena. Could pull the trigger and go for like an Appaloosa. But for now, he's still waiting. And we get to keep extending with the Raider wing. And yeah, now he finally activates the Mascherena. What is he gonna go for? It is just the SP. Makes sense. Gets rid of the Ray wing. And now he has one more line of protection. But his opponent is not stopping anytime soon, and now follows it up with Tribute Lanius. And yeah, just gonna enter battle phase and crash into the SP as they are both 1800. Oof, but
I think Adrian knows the deck because
he does.
yeah, I mean, yeah, and then he passed from Nicola. But yeah, I mean, I think we have to give credit to Adrian because I think the way he played it out, also the Ash, I think he kept it because he knew where to activate it, and I think it was
very
played
well
by
played.
him.
And yeah, you can see Nicola. In just a moment, as we can see, Nicolo goes first. And yeah, just are solid. Adrian seems like he's not gonna interact, so we could see one of the OGs, which is the Force Strix. Is that gonna be the case? No, he goes instead for Raiders Knight. Generic card, which is both considered a Phantom Knights and a Raidraptor card, and allows you to special summon from the extra deck, which is gonna be exactly the case here.
Yeah, the Brave Strix, which he gets the spell, and then he gets to special summon the Arsenal Falcon.
Rank up Magic Skip Force. In palco. And yeah, it doesn't seem like Adrian has any interruption, and as we mentioned, he's somewhat familiar with the deck, so okay, follow it up. Now finally we get we had to see the impermanence on the Y Strix. Waited patiently. But this doesn't stop from having a huge threat in Ultimate Falcon, which was one of those cards that was used alongside Waking the Dragon, I remember back in the day, just because it's so tough to get rid of. And I'm still wondering, is there any out in the deck for his opponent? Because there might not just be it. So if that is the case, we might just have a very quick game. And you can see Adrian just kind of like shaking his head. Yeah,
this is huge.
It's almost impossible for decks nowadays to get rid of such a
Is
huge
there an out in
threat.
Adrian's deck?
Because also he summoned it with material. Yeah, I'm trying to look at the deck. Because the Fuse spell can boost attack, but just by 100. So you would need to summon a lot of different monsters. Because outside of that, I don't think there is. Yeah. I think the only way would probably be, thanks to Pressure Planet, getting a lot of different monsters just to boost each by 100 and then make enough. But like, it's not like your opponent is gonna just watch you.
What an opening, because now here with the rank up, he gets to summon the Rebellion Falcon.
Okay, and now, as mentioned, not only do we see that, we see the Rising Rebellion Falcon, again a card which is unaffected by other card effects, and this is big, because this is even 4,000, so this is crazy. And
you can see
I don't see
Adrian
how you
having
get
a
out of
smile.
this.
No.
How do you even get out of this? I mean, I think kind of like props to Adrian for not picking up his cards. Maybe he just wants to allow his opponent to, you know, show off the deck. But I mean, I see Nicolo. Like, how do you get out of this? It's pretty much impossible. Yeah. And if that wasn't enough, he just sets a couple of cards and
Not
Adrian,
bad.
yeah, decent, picks up his cards.
I mean, how do you get out of this? It's
No, yeah, I think exactly. He's looking at this extra deck, just figuring out whether he has anything that could attack over these, and the answer is no. Because he's looking over the Typhoon, but yeah, the problem is that it's not like it's a Mystic Mind kind of effect, although they cannot use the, like, they can still attack. So even if you go for Typhoon, it doesn't do anything at the moment. And I think Adrian is just asking for clarification, but he might just pick up his cards. And yeah, Adrian has seen enough, so we could have what Adrian is gonna go for. Picks up his cards, go first, and start with Shifter. Nice way to start things off here in Game 3. First Shifter we have seen all weekend. And follows it up with Pot of Prosperity. Are we gonna see an Ash? Debating how many cards to banish. Goes for 6, it seems. And we see some good option, but no one card combo, let's say. And you can see Adrian, I'm not sure if he's happy or not about it. But yeah, even Dimensional Barrier can obviously be quite annoying to stop all the XYZs for coming down, limiting significantly what the deck can do. It all comes down to whether he has the Kashtira cards in his hand. Because if he does, I think he has got good chances, maybe with that barrier.
yeah, because like the barrier completely shuts down Nicolo's strategy. So it's I think he's debating. Maybe he has like a Kashtira card in his hand. He's afraid it may not be enough. I don't know. Yeah, it's taking some time. Think about that.
Yeah. Pivotal decision for sure. As mentioned, they both cannot really afford to lose. They fought hard and well throughout the entirety of day one, and now he does take the barrier, and now the question becomes, does he have a way to play the game? He does have the Fenrir, so this is huge. This is a great opener, not only Shifter, but Barrier plus Fenrir too.
Wow.
What a way to start things off.
I think maybe it was that Nicolo was holding non-impermanence, right? On the Fenrir, and then he would have passed.
It was petrified. But that's about it, so he doesn't commit. The play super safe. Just a couple of face downs, as you know. And this might give a chance back to Nicolo. He could have gone for Shangri-La just to, you know, commit a little bit more to the field. Instead, playing it super safe, and we are gonna start things off for his opponent with the Bloom Vulture. Which is gonna special summon right from the end another monster alongside it. In this case, Raider's Wing. And now comes the question. Are we gonna use the barrier right away or are we gonna wait? Huh. Seems like Adrian allowed it. And this is gonna allow him to go for the Raider Knight. Adrian is gonna read the card.
Yeah, and he goes for the barrier.
So he's gonna change the barrier. Now the question is whether he wants to activate the Ferrier here in a new chain, or if he just wants to wait it out. And as we haven't not normal summoned yet, we now go for Fuzi. But this is an issue because we can go for SP. And yeah, I think there was some merit for just maybe using the Fenrir. But let's see if there is an out to this SP. There might be maybe impermanence. Obviously, that's not gonna be quite it, because then he allows it. Wow. No, a little bit of a slip off here from Niccolò, who could have chained the SP, but instead allowed the impermanence to resolve for whatever reason. And now, this might just hurt him because it's too much advantage. And yeah, with just one face down, I mean, the hope was grim regardless, but it seems that although we saw an incredible show off in Game 2, Adrian is gonna be the one with the lead. Okay, but we see at least the impermanence to slow things down. Is he really not gonna go for the Rise Art? Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. There comes the Rise Art, a second copy. And we are just gonna push some damage, putting his opponent at 26. Oh, and not even committing to the effect, going instead for a Baguska. Wow. Interesting line. This could work out. But it's also a risky play, guys. This could stall it out. And we see a pickup of Foolish Burial, which was completely useless due to the shifter.
Yeah, I mean, this is a lineup that we don't really see often from Kashtira with the Baguska. I mean, I don't know. Let's see if this will pay it out, but we'll soon find out.
Yeah, this allows you to just banish it from the graveyard to add any Raidraptor card. It's gonna be one of the one-offs, which in this case is the Raidraptor Roost. Which is gonna use to shuffle back 3 and draw a card. Does he pick up anything? No, only one face down. And this means that Adrian should have it pretty easy as he can turn his Baguska to attack position and just completely obliterate his opponent. And yeah, that's what he does. Switches to attack, uses the Farrier. Can search either for a Scarecrow, Kashtira, or for the third copy of Rysark. It is the third copy. It's gonna get normal summoned. Oh, and he goes to the battle phase. And yeah, he has seen enough.